it's Theme Park Bazza here with Mrs. Bazza, and we're going to start a new series with you today. We're going to take you down iDrive and show you some of the changes that have gone on in iDrive in the last few years. We're doing it in a few sections, so we're going to start with North iDrive, starting roughly where Wet n Wild used to be, all the way down to the McDonald's on the top section. And I'll put a map up here, kind of show you where we are. Come along with us, have a walk. We'll talk about some of the things we see, some places you'll recognise, some things have changed. So join us, and of course, being Theme Park Bazza, there will be a pub and a drink at the end of this, as always. That's the way we want. You know, you don't go for a walk unless you're going to get a drink. So let's start at this end. So one of the big changes here is this is where Wet n Wild used to be, and these are the two Universal, what they call the value hotels. So over here you have the Surfside, and then you have the Endless Summer the other side of the traffic lights where it used to be. So all this, obviously, all this construction is brand new. This end of iDrive is a little bit, shall we say, unloved. It still is a little bit unloved. We started staying up here in the mid-2000s where things were a little more lively, and we always stayed this end of the iDrive because of the British pub that we'll show you about in a minute. But you'll recognise the Sheraton. I'll just show you the Sheraton Hotel. So the Sheraton Hotel is over there. We stayed at a Homewood Suites just past the Sheraton, and that just where those lights are. That's where those lights are. That's where you can walk up to Universal. That's Universal Boulevard. We can actually get to Universal, and we know the Brits when you're here because you're walking up there to get there, aren't we?
Yep.
Well, the thing that's new here at the back, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this big construction. It's another hotel. Do you remember that there used to be like a skydiving place with an internal skydiving, a big fan you used to throw off? That's all been demolished, and that's another hotel. So we're starting at this end of the strip. We're not in Vegas, this end of iDrive, and we're going to head down that end and take you with us. Just as we're starting here, there is a big Walgreens there. That we used to use that a lot when we went to Wet n Wild for getting sandwiches or snacks. Or if you're staying in any of the hotels up here, the Walgreens is a good place to grab some snacks. So there are quite a few eating places, but nowhere near as many as there used to be back in the day. But you see there's a lot of construction still on here. I don't remember this grass verge in the middle. Tell me folks if you remember it. I don't remember it up here near Wet n Wild before. Maybe it was. Do you remember it being here, Max?
I don't remember it being here.
No, I don't. And this,
they must have put it in when they built the hotel.
Yeah, and here they've built a big car park for the Universal, for this Surfside Hotel. These are the value. So these are the value hotels. Oh, and the helicopters are still going across. So these are the value hotels, and you don't get the passes, the fast passes, into the parks from there. Spoiler: Maxine's birthday is in a month, and we have made a reservation in one of the premier hotels at Universal for a night. So we get to use the room key as a fast pass. So we'll bring you along in about 6 weeks on that journey. The iTrolley is not running currently, so don't know when it's coming back. I'm just saying, with all the mask mandates changing here, I would imagine that'll be pretty soon. But as of today, no, iTrolley is not running. And I know we used to use it a lot of tourists do. iTrolley is one of those you pay a ticket, it's very cheap, runs up and down here. Also up and down Universal Boulevard, the green line and the orange line, I think it was. Very good way of getting around. Black Angus Steakhouse, I know a lot of people like Black Angus. I don't think we've eaten in that one before.
No.
A lot of the steakhouses have shut down, and the buffets definitely are shut down. So about 2008 is when things started really going south on this part of International Drive. And it's really to do with the financial crisis. A lot of people still, nobody had money. We only remember what it was like, nobody was travelling. And this end of the iDrive really suffered. That's why I think in the strip, I always think of this like being the strip in Vegas, like the north side, where the stratosphere is. Kind of a bit rough, kind of a bit unloved, but great potential. So hopefully with these new hotels going up, that's bringing a lot more foot traffic in to drive the businesses to grow. And where we're going to approach next is really one of the places we used to love coming to, and the reason we used to stay this side. It's called, and you saw maybe a vlog of us here before, called the Georgian Dragon. And if Mick's watching,
Hi Mick.
Hi Mick. So he used to run the Georgian Dragon. It was a British pub, a good pub, and we came here for many years, didn't we? I think we had 2 or 3 Christmas here. They did a great Christmas dinner. That didn't used to be a Waffle House. I think that used to be a Ponderosa. And then what did you say, Max? It then went to be a Sizzler. And just over there is where the Georgian Dragon used to be. And if you actually look on this sign, you can still see the sign for it, the name for it on there. So as you can see, it actually still says the Georgian Dragon British Pub. And I think it was demolished maybe 3 years ago. and really shut down probably about 2015, something like that, when Mick went back to the UK. And of course that used to look out onto Wet and Wild. Now it looks out onto the hotel, but you could see Wet and Wild slides from there, couldn't you? Because we used to go in there and work out if we were going to go in Wet and Wild or how busy it was. And there was also that ice cream place on the end that used to be very busy from the summertime. Lots of ticky-tacky gift shops as always, where you can go and get your alligator heads and your t-shirts from Disney. Probably Walmart is still as good as anywhere to get Disney merch, isn't it? As opposed to these places, but
cheaper as well.
yeah, but you can go in and have a look, give them some support. We have been to that Dairy Queen. Remember we went to that Dairy Queen when blizzards first came out?
Yeah.
And we made ourselves sick.
Yeah.
We got like a full blizzard each. After we'd been in the water park, give ourselves a treat.
We didn't realise how big they were going to be, did we?
No, we didn't.
I think we got the mini ones after that.
Yeah, we got the small size. It was American portions. I don't think this was called the Floridian Express before, but I can't remember what this one was called. And that wasn't Applebee's, that's quite new.
I think that's new.
Is the Applebee's. I always remember this gift shop because of the NASA spaceship on it. We've been there a few times, that wasn't a bad one to go in. Because of the space shuttle on it, made it quite unique. Just before you get down to the park here, the amusement park. Traffic on this road is always a bit iffy though. Especially when you're turning, because there's so many places to turn left or right and there's no turning lanes, so it is one of those stop start. And during the peak times this was just a car park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just traffic on a Saturday evening, just weren't going to get there. This one was also I think this was a Ponderosa, not sure, or a steakhouse. Do you remember? If you remember what it was, comment below.
It's closed down, whatever it is.
It's closed down now. And I always remember this gift shop as well with the lighthouse, and always used to have signs outside like Disney tickets reduced prices,
Yeah.
you know. Somebody got a radio for Christmas. Rosen Inn, that's been here a bit. So I've spent a bit of money on that, doing it up. We might see somebody on the slingshot going up if we're lucky. There are a few helicopter tourist things around here, so you do get quite a bit of helicopter noise every now and again going over. There's also one further down, iDrive, and we'll take you on that one later on, that's somewhere more further south. We're going to split this into 3, north, middle and south, make it easier. I don't remember the Brazilian steakhouse being there before, Teresa. Still a lot of smoke shops around here. Vaping used to be a big thing. Not sure if it really still is. And Bargain Planet is the other big one. There was kind of the three. There was the Bargain Planet, the Lighthouse, and the Space Shuttle were kind of the three shops down here that were very, you know, you remember because of the architecture of them and the way they were designed, bright colours and everything. Got there used to be the Westgate with the hotels there over the lake, the ground the lake. That's was part of Wet and Wild, but is now part of the hotel chain for Universal.
This is an African restaurant down there.
Where? Just there's an African restaurant down there. I don't know if it's where the statue is.
I would guess so.
I'm guessing, but that sounds like this is an African. Didn't know there's an African restaurant. Oh look, they got like a mini star flyer here. We'll show you the big one in another vlog further down, iDrive.
Baby.
It's a baby. And then the slingshot as well. Apologies for the wind, it is blowing a gale today. We're walking this way because we're hoping our bodies will shield the wind from the camera. So apologies for any wind noise you might hear. But it is very, very windy. Temperatures probably 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Back up again.
The Avanti's been here for a bit. I don't know if it was called the Avanti Palms. Something on there today because they got all the lanes blocked off and they got music blasting out and everything's coned off. We did a U-turn in here and they thought we were trying to get in for something. There is Murphy's pub there, which is another English pub down here. I should say Irish pub really. It's another Irish pub. There's about 3 or 4 Irish pubs down here. palm trees going. So this over here is the first mini golf. There's a ton of mini golfs, or putt-putts as they're called in America. Gator golf is the first one. We'll keep track how many we see on the way down. There's probably maybe only 3 or 4 now down iDrive. There it is. Murphy's Arms, part of it's next to Gator Golf. Don't know if it's open, looks like the lights are on. But then it also says available, so I'm not sure. Lots of sand as well around here. There's not a lot of... the water table's quite high here, so you hit sand quite quickly. That's why nobody has a basement in Florida. And then you get a lot of sand blowing around. This used to be the M, it's a bit of a dump now. Basically we just had a quick look around here and they got toilets out everywhere, and a bit of a shame. This is one of the cheaper motels, but you can see it's a bit of a eyesore. Don't see anything being done on that yet. So this is a Magic Midway Thrill Park, and it has some go-karts. It has obviously the shop and the swing. I think they added this extra go-kart section in maybe about late 2010, something like that. It's not a big park at all, kind of a shrunk down fun spot. There's really 2 fun spots. We used to go to Fun Spot a lot, the main one and the one. Now they got the one down in Old Town. But this is, yeah, it's handy if you're here and you're in the hotels and you've got kids and you keep them busy. But this always reminds me of the go-kart track. Always reminds me of Fun Spot. That's one of the big reasons we used to go to Fun Spots, was the go-karting. Chili's, that's been there a while. Econo Lodge. Again, one of the more economy ones, but you can get a massage there as well. That's a travel lodge, sorry. The wind's turning into our face now, so that could get a bit tricky. Lots of these little scooters around, you know, you can hire. I'm sure you've seen them all over the place. Bit of a pest when you're trying to walk around, but I'm not sure. There's not many of them there these days. It used to be maybe a year ago there was a lot of them. There aren't many these days. Few eating places in here, TGI's, the Enclave, Chili's. Looks like they've done a bit of renovation in this area, down here, back here. And I can't remember if that's the road that goes, it is, that's the Dome, that's the one that goes to the show, where we stayed down there, parallel to iDrive once, didn't we? Okay, so that's the Pirates Dinner Adventure down there. So this road goes down, and then we stayed in another hotel just parallel to iDrive, and it's quite good because we've got to walk up here. But yeah, that's where that big dome is, that's the Pirate Show. If you ever been to the Pirate Show, comment below, it's not something we ever did. I have no idea what Afro Television Studios is.
Oh, but it's the Titanic.
Oh yeah, the Titanic exhibition's moved up here. That used to be south of the lights.
Yeah.
That used to be south of the lights, just before you got to West Sand Lake. Now it's north. And the Juicy Crab looks to be a popular... Maxine likes a crab, don't you? Here's one of these scooters I'm talking about. I always thought this place was a bit industrial. It always kind of intrigued me, having the upstairs, downstairs. It always looked like it should have been like a...
I'm not sure you can walk any further.
Yeah. Can you not? I think so. They might just have a...
Is it on the path with a digger.
Sidewalk closed, is it? We might go on the inside and cut down. Cut past, come back on again. Interesting. So when we came here, last time we stayed here was probably about 3-4 years ago, and we stayed at a Holiday Inn that's behind all this area, and this was not Zombie Outbreak before. This was a restaurant that we went to and we ate outside, I think. Yeah. It was definitely not Zombie Outbreak. Let's see if we can actually get round this.
Sidewalk closed. First complete. Can't get through there. No.
Sidewalk closed ahead, and then a narrow. Yeah.
We'll see. Chuck E. Cheese's?
Yep, Chuck E. Cheese. There is one this end and there is one down at the other end, down near the down near the. It's the south end, isn't it? It's down right at the. Where down the it's down near where you where the pub is, Orlando is not. I guess this is the walkway you're supposed to go on, but we might be able to cut through here. Close to cut through. Obviously a lot of piping and construction. This is why iDrive is backed up a bit at the moment. So Chuck E. Cheese here, one down the other end, and then yeah, and this is the and then you got Cece's Pizza. This is a quite unique hotel, Coco Key. You can probably see this from the I-4. They have like a huge water park behind the hotel. I'm not saying it's luxurious, but it's quite unique in the fact you have a water park and you can, with slides and a lot of stuff in there that's really good for the kids. Quite an interesting hotel. You'll spot it from I-4 because it's always blue. It's the blue one with the water park, obviously. You can smell it, can't you? Smell the chlorine. Yeah, O'Shack's is the one we went to when we stayed the other side, where everyone was wearing the kilts. Yeah, we went there one night. $1.99 store, of course, your classic $1.99. Here's the other Irish O'Shack's and an Indian restaurant that you can get to from this side or from the road that went parallel to it. So you have a tandoori. We're getting down towards the lights now, towards the end of this section of iDrive. We stayed over there in that one with the orange. Yeah, is that Comfort Suites now? I swear we stayed somewhere over there, over the back, because I know we could walk through to these pubs. Again, a few gift shops. Eddie's Ice Cream. Another one of those scooters hanging around here waiting to be picked up. Yeah, Zombieland. Yeah, that wasn't there before. So no, I think I'm wrong. I think this is where we ate last time. It wasn't the Zombieland one. This is when we stayed in the Holiday Inn. We sat outside in like an open deck area. There's still a lot of room back there. There's dinosaurs back there as well. I-4 is just the other side of that car park. Yeah, this is the one we went to. We sat outside. Looks like it isn't open now. Looks like it isn't even a bar anymore, like it shut down. Yeah, we sat out there and had some cocktails. It was a nice bar, yeah. Again, as you see, lots of areas that could be improved and developed on. Still feels like they need to put some money into this end. Hopefully the people come down. Looks like they're doing some work down here as well. You have a Taco Bell. There's Fun Spot, of course, one of our favourite places to go. Disney's quite expensive, as is Universal, so when we came with the kids we'd always spend the day in Fun Spot, buy an armband, then go and knock themselves out for a while, having fun, and the arcades. So we're coming down to Sand Lake, to the what used to be called the largest McDonald's in the world. I don't think they're claiming that anymore. That Taco Bell's new though. A lot of these down here are newer ones, some of these areas down here. You know what that one is? With the pack. Is it a games place?
Games and pizza, that looks like.
Yeah, this looks to be pizza place. They have games in it as well though. Interesting.
Probably. More ones, two of them.
Yeah, there's two restaurants on the end. Pizza place. Of course, you've got your good traditional IHOP here. You got a Denny's on this side. Gift shops again as we come down. Popeye's Chicken. We'll have to look at the name of this McDonald's, but I'm pretty sure it is no longer the biggest McDonald's in the world, as they used to call it. Denny's are a bit hit and miss. You can get good ones or bad ones, aren't they?
Yep.
So
when they're good, they're really good.
yeah, when they're good, they're really good, and when they're bad, they're really bad. A lot of places are hiring. Every restaurant here has got loads of hiring signs outside. You know, as the things are recovering, they're trying to get people back in to work, but they're struggling to get workers. So I'd say every restaurant, every hotel has hiring signs. So there's a lot of jobs at the moment. in Orlando. Oh, before we go, of course, when we go for a walk, we go and have a beer. So we're going to go and have a sneaky beer first. So here we are at the end of the first of the iDrive sessions. We are at McDonald's with the upper deck, as we say, which is the games room, and the downstairs that is the pizza and burger area. So I hope you enjoyed this little walk down iDrive with us. We thank each and every one of you for watching our vlog today. So we'll do another couple of these, sort of the middle and the bottom of iDrive. Tell me if you enjoyed these, what you want to see. So thank you very much for watching. We like each and every one of you. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what we do, and we will see you later. Bye.